Hey everybody, this is Tech Teach again, and this is our first lesson. Well, it's our second lesson. We did an intro, and now we're doing our second lesson on the shed that we're constructing in Revit. When you begin, you use the default template, and you have level 1, and you need to change that, so you rename it, and you call it floor. And then it asks you, would you like to rename the corresponding levels? You say yes, and it not only changes this one, but it changes the top one and ceiling also. Right click on level 2, rename that roof. Click OK, yes, and so you have roof and floor and site. So then to get started on item number 2 or step number 2 in our directions, we use the floor plan. We need to make sure that we're on the corresponding level elevation of 0, 0, so our offset is 0, 0 here. And so we didn't really need to do that. We're just checking. Didn't need to do anything with that. So then it says under the Home tab, select wall. So here's our wall, and we want just a standard wall. And so we've got a basic generic wall, 8 inches wide. And now it says once it is in the drawing area, the cursor will change from an arrow to a plus sign. This indicates that the program is ready to input. Now in our activity, our activity is to complete a shed, but it's also to follow the directions so that we learn how to make walls and other items in multiple ways. So our next step is called method 1, individual walls. So how do we make individual walls? It says you can uncheck the chain here, and then it says click once at the beginning point of the wall and once at the end point of the wall to make a wall. So we're going to make the 16-foot length wall. This wall that we're drawing is going to be very small in our middle section. So start somewhere in the center so that your plan will be somewhat in the middle of your page, and then you can always roll in on your wall to see it in a bigger scale. And so that's how you can make one wall at a time, and then you would click on the corner and you would drag down to make the second wall. Click that corner, drag over to make the third wall. This program does a good job of inferring for you. See the little blue lines, the little blue dotted lines, angles and things that are kind of helping you out. So once you get that, you've drawn it, but the problem we have is that we didn't change our height for our walls. So we have 20-foot high walls for a 12-foot wide shed. So that's not a very good way to start off the program. This is the undo button. Got undo and redo. We use that quite a bit in this program. So now if you'll come in and you'll change your property to 8 feet first, then you can come in and you can draw your walls. I think I'll start that one a little further over. Come down 12. Use your wheel to roll in carefully. Okay, so in this case, we can go to the View tab. We can choose 3D View. And you can see in section number 2, method 1, we used individual wall method to create our walls for our shed. And so in the next lesson, we'll learn method 2, which is wrapping our walls around a rectangle. So go ahead and get this far along and then move to the next lesson. And thanks for watching.